The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri.
And the finish! There it is! And that's got him off to a flyer!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's had it nicked away. Fermin just eases him off the ball. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, good take in a good area. Fermin. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's been won straight back. Can he get it through? Messi! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
India with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. keeper's dealt with that. Alexander-Arnold. Quick look, then plays it in. And that's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Azar.
Hazard really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because...
Oh, he's taken it. Argentina trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because...
He's having a shot! They've scored! Argentina are level. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing.
Goes for a shot! That was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Ricci. He's under a lot of pressure there. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Batistuta. Has a shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
India really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
It's their second corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. He's having a go!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Alexander-Arnold, played in deep, and that should get the job done. It's loose, and in he goes again, and it's come back out to him. They've scored! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things.
And we hit half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
India are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break.
Substitution for Argentina, number 23, Beckham. Number
So
7,
off we go once more.
Owen. Number 16, Rodri. Number
Played back
18,
in.
Batistuta.
Ricci.
Play on the field, number 8, Rivaldo.
Shot.
Number
Rivaldo!
25, David Villa.
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both
Number
reading it and
15,
dealing with it.
Didier Drogba.
Looks across and plays it in. Marquinhos tries to clear. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hazard in acres of space out wide. He's got away, and he's intervened well there. Looking to play him in. Fernandez. And it's Lopez. Messi. Shot a goal! Sticks it away! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Messi demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Well, that has changed the... And the shot! He's got a goal! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
This might... Real chance! He scores! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Substitution for Argentina. Number 9, Neymar.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
India go 2 up and into a position of real strength. It's Jorginho! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. Irwin with the short one. India are looking to go forward now. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Femi. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, he's been... And the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
India have their 3rd corner. Jorginho with the clearance. Argentina have the chance to go the other way. And this is Messi. Oh, super ball. And he's going to be disappointed. Great chance! Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. That is a great pick
There'll
out.
be 5 minutes added time.
Slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
India clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
David Villa takes the shot! They've done it! Deep into injury time! That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. India pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like
today's
that.
match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
And he's certainly onside here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Neymar. Here's Brahim Diaz!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Ambitious ball here. Oh, delightful ball. Well, they could break here. And he cuts out the supply. India are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Azar. Baresi. England looking to pass their way through. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, this looks sharp. Brahim Diaz has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Valverde. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Hazard. Brahim Diaz. So, what can they make of this? Brahim Diaz. Nicely weighted ball.
England are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Fermin producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. He's beaten the last man. It's Azar! Eden Hazard! That is a beautiful thing! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The breakthrough strike! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
India leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Oh, perfectly measured that. Shot a goal! Oh, what a big... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Cleared away. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
India, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Number 22, Bebeto.
Here we go again then. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Valverde. Now it's Lopez. This looks promising. Now it's Messi. Thinks about the shot. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. England with the corner. They're first. Takes a shot! And it's in! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on for me.
Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? And a chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Messi looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Mbappe. Marquinhos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Hazard. And this is Messi. Koundé gets across to intercept that. And it's Diaz. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Van Bouten cuts out the pass. Costa Curta. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now this could be a chance.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That's really well cleared. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neymar. And this is Batistuta. And Batistuta!
England really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
India can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
3 minutes added time.
Now it's Brahim Diaz. That's a decent clearance. Knocks it into space. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's it. India proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everybody,
The
and
fans have
welcome
pulled
to
out all
today's
the stops
match.
to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Oh no, this does not look good. He is through here. Decent chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that is... And Batistuta! And he's found the net! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Bellingham. Well, now it's a race for the ball. India with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. It's a mighty effort! Oh, it's gone in! And they get themselves in front! Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
India get themselves into the lead. Hazard was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. A droll. And this is Batistuta. Ricci. Messi. A droll. Marquinhos clears it away. Alexander-Arnold. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And it's been played through. Oh, he's been caught napping.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Out of time.
And this is... Roll! Oh, it rattles the bar. That was mighty close. This possibly the last play of the half. Oh, smashing header! No, not the best of headers. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're
Neither side
expecting
holding
traffic
back
to be
here.
heavy
It has
after the
been
final
quite a
whistle
half,
today.
this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. India are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And we are back on the way. And it's Azar. Messi. Beckenbauer. Picked out, and the shots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
So will they make it count again? And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of... Can he finish? And it's come back out to him. He scores! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
India take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
And this is Batistuta, and he's being shifted off it. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Gets a good foot in there. Messi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, that's well spotted. Searching pass he's played there. And he welcomes it in. Tries a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a
Coming
disappointment.
on the field is number 19, Hirotoshi Nakata.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Now it's Neymar. Vermeer. Looking for options for movement. Ricci. Camavinga. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's quick to get it clear again. Nicked it back promptly. And here's Raul. Now who's going to be first to this? Camavinga. And Fermin. Nice looking ball. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Neymar. Probing pass. Camavinga. Raul. Gives it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
This might spell danger. Fernando Torres. Now it's Neymar. And he's had it nicked away.
There will be 3
And
minutes
here's
added
Raul.
time.
Cannavaro. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And we're done. India can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello, everybody,
The fans
and
have pulled out
welcome to
all the
today's
stops to
match.
make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well,
And he shoots! Big moment! Massive goal!
well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
It's Lewandowski!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then.
And he's had a hit! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Beckham with the short one. Played in by Park Ji-sung. Spiked off! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. Well, the keepers these days have done their homework. Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position. Van Bouten tries to clear. Stood up well to him there. Looking for the run. And that could set him on his way. Face to face with the keeper. Great ball, and he's in here. this is Lewandowski.
Lewandowski really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Great ball if he can get there. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He'll fancy himself from here.
Yeah, and a heart-and-mouth time for...
Going for goal! That was travelling. Fermin gathers from the goal kick. Now it's Stoichkov, and he's intervened well there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. He's having a go. Stoichkov can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Van der Ven gets over and intercepts. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Hazard. Dumfries does really well to win the ball there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Stoichkov. Shoots! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pass somewhat off target. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Well, played right into his path. And he's managed to get free. He's found some decent chance! And that'll be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
India are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Substitution on the field. Number 23, Messi. Coming on
So
to
once
replace
again,
him
we're
is
underway.
Number 18.
And that is a little undercooked. He's being urged to shoot. Takes a shot! And he's following up! Fermin. India looking to pass their way through. Adams was in no mood for any of that. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's in on goal. Now he's got space here. Dink through. And this is Lewandowski. And he's searching. Big chance! They've done it! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo.
Fermin! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Fermin clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
Corner number 2 then.
Number 21. Hazard. Number 16.
Oh, what a try! He scores! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Mbappe. Great chance! Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. India go into the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition.
Oh, what a... It's Lewandowski! And he's managed to get rid. Ball is bounced loose now.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Ricci. Now it's Raul. Now it's Mbappe. Looking to play him in. He's had a shot! And he hits the net. And he celebrates his 30th goal. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
De Bruyne. Played out to the left flank.
6 added minutes has
Bade.
been indicated.
Ricci. Now it's Raul. Knocks it into space. Schneider. And Robertson. And it's Snyder. Well read, nice interception. Not the most accurate pass. And the referee brings it to a close. India have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through. noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides
Hello
get ready to
everybody
lock
and
horns.
welcome to
This
today's
is football
match.
at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running.
Peter, I think there's a good chance that opposition strikers today will have their work cut out with Vito Baia, simply because he's been a high achiever all through his career, and that winning mentality remains very, very strong.
Yeah, the judge keepers by absence of mistakes, and he makes very few.
I'd be happy playing with him behind me.
Not the most accurate pass. And he cuts out the supply. Palmer aimed beyond the defence. Great chance! Goal! Inter! The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Haaland really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's Fernandez. That looks a cracking ball. Oh, nice touch. He's in space and looking for option. He's gone full! And he hits the net! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
India grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact...
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. Alexander-Arnold is behind this one.
Well, I think this is definitely one of these areas where they've...
And he's going direct. Midway through the first period, and it's looking... It's roll! It's there! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. India get themselves into the lead. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And now he has 2. So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Good ball, good take. This might spell danger. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. India presented with a golden opportunity here. The ball is on the spot. Here we go. Golden opportunity wasted.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second-guess what the keeper was trying to do.
Now it's Haaland. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Ambitious ball here. Chance, surely! It's in! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Forlan demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Tries a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This possibly the last play of the half. Perez. And the first half is done. And we are up to the break.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Substitution on the field. Number 23, Messi. Number
And the action
11,
is back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Number 9,
Oh, shooting chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
He's in a good position. He's had a shot! It's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
India are looking to go forward now. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And no, that was never going to make it. Haaland. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's hit the woodwork and out. Raul. Now it's Mbappe. Van Bouten spots it and intercepts. That is good alertness. Now it's Hazard. India still have the cards to affect this game. Haaland, he's found a way through. He goes for a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Inter certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
He's a sharp little ball here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Raul. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he's intervened well there.
There will be one
Now it's
final
Hazard.
added time.
That has been cut short. So that's it. It is all over. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start.